Hi, my name is Tracy Hong and I'm a senior majoring in Biomedical Engineering at Vanderbilt University. I'm here to tell you a little bit more about my school. Vanderbilt University is a relatively small campus. You can walk from one end to the other in about 20 minutes, so you definitely don't need a bike or a car to get around campus. In my opinion, what makes Vanderbilt stand out from other campuses is that it's so immersed in Nashville culture. You can find a lot of Vanderbilt events going on around the city, and you can find a lot of the city events going on around near Vanderbilt. So there's a lot of integration between the school's organizations and the nonprofits off campus, and it's just really great to see your school giving back to the community. My favorite building on campus is the Eskin Biomedical Library. There's an entire wall that's made of just windows, so there's a lot of gorgeous natural light that comes in when you're studying. The food on our campus is really good. We recently made the list for America's top universities for food lovers. There's a lot of great variety, so you can either get Southern cooking or pub food or vegetarian food. Whatever you want, you can usually get it on campus. As a freshman, you live on the Commons at Vanderbilt University. It's a campus separate from the main campus that is made up of 10 different houses, and they're all freshmen. So you get a lot of cool house events and bonding events, so you really get to know your incoming class really well. As a sophomore or a junior, you get to move on main campus, and you usually get either a double or a single, or sometimes you get really lucky and you can get a suite if you have enough seniority points. As a senior, you can live in either a double or a single, or you can live in suite-style apartments. So you can have 4 people or 10 people or 6 people in an apartment, and you get your own bathroom and you get your own kitchen. Almost every student at Vanderbilt is required to stay on campus, so I really like it. It's a whole new atmosphere that you only get to experience in college, so you might as well make the most of it while you're there. My freshman year, I lived in North House on the Commons. It was a really great experience, and I got to meet a lot of inspiring people that I wouldn't have gotten a chance to if we hadn't all lived in the same house. My sophomore and junior years, I lived in doubles, and my coming senior year, I'll be living in a suite with 2 other people, so I'll get my own kitchen and my own bathroom, and I'm very excited for it. My most challenging experience at Vanderbilt has been definitely adjusting to the workload. It's a lot more intense than my high school was, and the curriculum goes a lot more in depth, so I definitely had to learn to study more efficiently and learn time management skills so that I could make the most of my experience. 3 words that I would use to describe Vanderbilt are inspiring, challenging, and fun. The students here are so dedicated to what they believe in that it's really inspiring to work with them and see them put their all into what they do. It's challenging because the schoolwork always makes you think, and it's always stimulating for you. You always learn something in class. And I would say fun because Vanderbilt always puts on activities during the weekend, whether it be tailgates or fundraisers. There's always something you can find on campus. In the past few years, Vanderbilt has definitely become more diverse because they've been trying to promote diversity. Our school is 50% Greek, however, the multicultural organizations are starting to become more and more prominent on our campus. There are lots of different clubs and groups on campus. There are various multicultural organizations, various political organizations, and a lot of different nonprofit organizations as well. Our campus is very involved in Greek life, so there are about 10 sororities and 10 fraternities that you can join. There are the traditional Greek fraternities and sororities, and there are also the multicultural sororities and fraternities. At school, I'm involved with a lot of the cultural organizations. I'm a part of Masala SACE, which is the South Asian Cultural Organization. Every year I perform in Diwali, and it's always a really good time. There's always a really good turnout, and a lot of people love to show up and dance. I also participate in the Asian American Student Association, and I'm a part of Asian New Year Festival every year, where we celebrate the Lunar New Year and put on shows and dances, and we have a very large dinner, and it's just very good for the campus to come together and celebrate my culture. When I was in high school, I participated a lot in my Chinese school's dance class. I was the teaching assistant all throughout high school. And I learned that it's really important to help share my culture in order to prevent ignorance. And coming from a small Midwestern town, there wasn't much exposure to the Asian culture. So I was really glad to be able to continue my work when I came to college and share my culture with other people. I'm also a part of the Vanderbilt Engineering Council. We basically act as the voice of the student body and work with administrators to address concerns and different problems that the students might have. We're also in charge of organizing social events and E-Week and Engineering Day for the students to celebrate being engineers. We like to have a little bit of fun, even though we have a lot of work. I'm also president of Remix Movement, which is a student-taught dance class which allows students to better their choreography skills and their teaching skills and their leadership skills. Every week we have a different member choreograph a routine and teach it to the students, and it's just a really fun time, and there's no pressure. It's for all experience levels, and we just love to dance. One of Vanderbilt's biggest strengths, and one of the main reasons that I came here, is because of the faculty. They're so supportive, and they're willing to take time out of their day, outside of their office hours, to answer any questions that you might have and to offer any guidance that they might be able to. A lot of the professors will be able to meet with you one-on-one if you have problems, and they're just generally very supportive of you. One of Vanderbilt's biggest weaknesses, I think, as an engineering student, is that the curriculum isn't as practical as I would like it to be. I know a lot of my classmates also complain about the fact that we don't seem to have any practical skills, we just have a lot of book skills. However, we do learn how to learn, and Vanderbilt will challenge you intellectually, so that's another one of its strengths. At Vanderbilt, a lot of the classes in the Peabody College, such as Human and Organizational Development, Secondary Education, and Early Childhood Education, are all really good courses because our Peabody school is the best in the nation. As far as pre-med goes, a lot of the courses are very advanced, and Vanderbilt pre-meds always fare very well in the medical school application process. As a biomedical engineering major, my courses were pretty much mapped out for me. So I had to take a lot of the basic sciences such as physics and biology, chemistry, and math. And as a pre-med, I also added on organic chemistry as one of my electives. Basically, for engineering, we have a lot of classes that combine biology and physiology with physics, so we get to understand how things work in the body and how engineering is applied. My worst class was probably a class called Biomedical Transport, and it was just a very, very difficult class. The course material was very hard. We had a lot of homework, and we learned a lot, but it was just very, very hard. My favorite professor has been my professor for BME Physiology. Her name is Dr. Pascal, and she is one of the associate deans of the engineering school. But she's just very, very enthusiastic about teaching, and you can tell how much she loves the subject, and she just makes you really excited about learning. Overall, I would say that Vanderbilt is more socially inclined than academically inclined. On the weekends, a lot of the organizations either have fundraisers or different events that they have planned, so there's something going on every weekend. You can also go out in the Nashville community, and there are lots of different festivals at the nearby parks or different events you can go to downtown. Vanderbilt is very good with making sure that you know what's going on. They send out an email every Friday afternoon called Weekend at Vandy, and it gives you an option of things that you can do every weekend. During football season, tailgating is really big, and the football team has gotten better and better for the past few years, so attendance is expected to rise, and a lot of people are going to the games now. Vanderbilt offers a lot of options for going abroad and studying for an entire semester or a summer or a month in May, and a lot of students really enjoy this opportunity. I personally haven't had the opportunity to go abroad, but all of my friends that have gone have had a really enjoyable time. I haven't heard any negative comments. Our school also makes it very possible for engineers to go abroad, which is a big problem at a lot of schools. So if you're considering going abroad and being an engineering student, Vanderbilt definitely makes it very possible for you to do. 50% of Vanderbilt is Greek, so the fraternity and sorority scene is very big. All of my friends who have joined sororities have really liked it, and all of my friends who have joined the fraternities have said it's a really great experience. However, if you don't think it's the thing for you, it's really possible to get involved without being Greek, so you shouldn't feel pressured to join an organization if you don't feel comfortable. At our school, there's both the sports that play for Vanderbilt, and there are also club teams and intramural teams. So no matter what playing level you're on, if you're interested in playing soccer or basketball, there's always something that you can get involved in and play at the school. The most popular sports at our school are football and basketball. Our football team has improved a lot in the past year, and we're supposed to be very good next year thanks to our new coach James Franklin and the new class of recruits that are coming in. Vanderbilt used to be the worst at football. However, last year we improved significantly, and next year we're supposed to be even better. Our basketball team's always been good, but we'll see how we do without our best players next year. My most rewarding experience at Vanderbilt has been being accepted to the Vandy Med School Early Acceptance Program. As a freshman, I came in and I got really involved in extracurricular activities that I cared about, and I studied a lot, and it was just really great to see all of my hard work pay off as I was accepted to the program after my sophomore year. Generally, when you're applying to colleges, I would say to look for the college that's right for you. Don't look at school names or rankings. You should look and see where you feel the most comfortable, because you're the one that's going to be spending 4 years there, not the people who are telling you how good the school is. I feel like you can make the best of any school that you go to as long as you look for different opportunities and as long as you're open-minded. So make sure to research the school culture in addition to the school's academics, because it makes a big difference in the type of life that you're going to have for the next 4 years. Good luck with your college search!